Hey everyone, it's Tinkerbell here. Welcome to a new video of mine. You guys will have to forgive me, I'm a little bit ill, but this is my most highly requested video. You guys have been requesting this since the dawn of time, so I thought I have to bring you this. And it's basically the secret ingredient or the secret method to how I grow my hair, how I keep it so long, healthy and shiny. And basically my secret ingredient is almond oil. You guys can use coconut oil or olive oil, just depending on what you have around. Almond oil seems to be what my mum buys 80% of the time, so that's what I use, but I switch around just depending on what I have lying around. So basically you guys have to heat this up for about 10 to 20 seconds. Make sure it's not too hot, you don't want to scald yourselves. So yeah, heat that up and I will show you guys how to apply it onto your hair. This is the method I use. Depending on your hair length or your hair thickness, you guys might have a different method, or you might adapt it, but this is basically how I do it. So I'm gonna section my hair from my forehead back to the nape of my neck, and I'm just gonna apply the oil right into the roots and just make sure that you rub it in. And by rubbing it in, you're going to be stimulating your scalp. That's going to bring more oxygen and more blood flow and therefore more nutrients, and that's just going to help, along with the oil of course, that's just going to help keep your hair nice and healthy. And then basically I'm going to do that again, so from the forehead to the base of the neck and just rub the oil. And when you use this method and you section in your hair and you rub the oil in methodically, it just makes sure that none of the areas on your scalp gets missed, and it also makes sure that the oil is evenly distributed everywhere. Okay, I'm just going to speed this along because that's basically all you do, and you just keep doing that till you reach the end of your hair. And this is my #1 guaranteed method. If you guys can't do anything else, I would highly suggest doing this when you have the time. So I do this once a week because I only wash my hair once a week. So if I'm washing my hair on Saturday morning, then I will do this Friday night, or if I'm doing it Sunday morning, then I'll put oil on it Saturday night, and I'll make sure that I leave the oil in overnight, and I'll put a towel over my pillows to make sure that I don't get any stains on my bed, and I'll just wash it out the next morning. And I do have other tips and advice, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll be making a part 2, and that'll just contain more advice and information on what you can do to make sure that your hair is as healthy as it can be, really. Okay, so now that we've finished applying the oil to our hair, we're just going to give ourselves a general head massage. So what I like to do is I like to take my fingers and I just like to rub my scalp in a sort of sideways motion, and make sure that you don't sort of like gather all your hair up like if you're in the shower or something, because we don't want to cause any tangles for when we wash and brush this later. So just make sure that you rub your scalp sideways with your fingers. Don't rub too hard, you know, you don't want burns or anything. So just like a light massage up and down everywhere. You know, relax, take some time out for yourselves if you're having a busy day. Okay, so now that I'm done with the massaging, I'm gonna lightly brush my hair just to get any tangles that may have come about from the sectioning, and just gonna brush them all out. And once I'm done with that, I am gonna get my pot of oil, and if it's cooled down, just put it back in the microwave and heat it up again for 10 seconds. And then I'm gonna take the bottom half or bottom third of my hair and I'm just gonna dunk it into the pot and bring it out, and I'm just gonna rinse my hair just to get all the excess oil out and back into the pot. Okay, so once you've done that, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna rub the oil into our hair in a sideways motion. Once again, don't gather your hair because you don't want to create too many sorry, forgive me, you don't want to create too many tangles. So I start from the sort of halfway section, I just rub sideways and I just go all the way down to the tips. and once I'm at the tips, I'll just remove any more excess oil that there is, and grab some oil, put it onto your hands, and start unraveling your hair from the bottom to the top, and just keep rubbing sideways. So unravel, rub that section, unravel, rub that section, and this way it'll just make sure that you don't have any tangles, because once again, tangles are my #1 enemy. If I don't brush my hair for 3 days and I get tangles, god, it's a nightmare. So this is why I prefer doing it this way. And any leftover oil that you have, just grab it and just put it all over your hair and just rub it in nice and gently. If there's too much oil at the bottom section of your hair, you can just bring that in and rub it on the top section. That way the oil's everywhere, you haven't missed any parts, and all your hair is nicely covered in oil. Just make sure it's not drenched in oil, because then it's going to take 2 or 3 washes to come out, and actually it may not even come out. So once you're done with all of this, what you want to do is just leave it overnight, or leave it for at least 3-4 hours, and just wash it out with your regular shampoo and conditioner. Don't forget to condition. For me, it usually takes about 2 washes to get this all out. I'm not sure, everyone's different, so for you guys it might be a bit more or a bit less, but yeah, just make sure that you leave this in for at least 3 or 4 hours, and if you can, leave it overnight. So make sure you guys subscribe for part 2, which will be coming out next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And while I've been sitting here talking to myself, my little Yorkie Tag thinks I went crazy and came in to see what was wrong. So here he is. Say goodbye, Tag. Yeah, my brother also thinks that I'm a bit crazy, so here he is too. Bye, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Take care.